Alright, y'all, so this is my third and final lake for the night. I only got about 3 hours till sunset. This is going to be more of your stained water, darker water largemouth fishery, as opposed to the super clear lakes that I just fished. But you know, this is another numbers lake. This one's definitely only a largemouth lake. No smallies here, but I didn't catch a smallie anyways. But yeah, you know, again, I don't expect to catch any giants here. I think with the stained water, I think that the black and blue chatterbait, ooh, fish just jumped, black and blue chatterbait will probably be another major player since the water's super stained. But yeah, another numbers lake. Hopefully I can get some more footage for you guys. I don't expect anything big out of here. I expect to catch a lot of fish, but at the other lake I expected to catch a lot of fish and I didn't. So, oh my gosh. That had to be a whole flock of carp. Only carp would do something like that. That was crazy. Well, at least I know the bass aren't there. Yeah, the stinker bass. Yeah. All right. Well, am I gonna catch 100 of these guys? I honestly wouldn't mind. This is supposed to be a numbers lake after all. Thanks, bud. And that wind jumps out of nowhere. These fish are so like colorful. Well, a lake as tainted as this, I don't surprise that they're gonna have some yellow on them. Some yellow and orange. Yeah. Dink, true dink. See you, dude. Fish. I guess that's the pike. We don't see big fish over here. Oh, actually, it's a decent bass. And it's not as big as I thought. Not as big as I thought. He's just fighty. Oh, I got him pretty good. Wow, I got him really good. Jeez, he was not coming off. Okay. Oh gosh. Thanks, bud. Another flat-bellied fish. Again, tells me that these fish up here, they're likely in the post-spawn. So that means even less of a likelihood of catching a big fish. But, you know, I'll take it. That terrible skip attempt turned into a deeker bass. That was a horrible skip attempt. I hope I didn't get that one on camera. these fish are the same. This is what happens when it comes to a numbers lake. You get a lot of these same size bass. No, this one actually has some shoulders on him though. Never mind, I lied. Get out of here, bro. Right on the drop. Right on the drop. Not bad. Same as all the others. Yeah. Yep. Another way you can tell these are stunted growth fish, or I mean, not only they're the same size, but look at that belly. Just not much happening with that belly. You need to eat more, bro. Oh. Got him that time. It's so tiny. That is not a big fish. Oh, it came off. that thing is probably like an 11-inch fish. That's hilarious. Well, at least I'm finally running into those schools. Not very big, but you know, that's what I get for coming to a numbers lake. I just wish that I'd find a few more like 2 to 3 pounders. Pretty sure all I'm catching are 1 pound, 14 ounce to 1 pound dinks. You know, that wind has pretty much pestered me all day. The 2 lakes that I did go to, I was only able to fish 1/2 of those lakes just because that wind wouldn't let me get to the other side. Or it would take me to the other side and try to pin me on the other side. But yeah, no, it's nice to not have to fight the wind. I got maybe about 1.5 hours left of sunlight. If the wind dies down even more, then I can finally run the other side. I mean, it doesn't look like the wind is doing much anymore, so it'll be the first time. It's a west wind, and it'll be the first time that I'll be able to fish a eastern shoreline on this trip. So yeah, after we go around this bay over here, we'll see if there's anything on the other side. There you go. Yeah. What's up, bud? So I just lost a fish, but I bet you this is the same one because he looks like I just put a hook mark in him right there, but my hook was right there when I got him. Might be the same one. I might have landed on his bed twice. I made that same cast and sure enough, bit it a second time. I didn't even know I had a fish on. Thought I got stuck on a branch. It wasn't really fighting. Yeah. Oh, that's a better fish. My biggest fish out of this lake. I'll take him. Thanks, bud. Oh, yes. Now I'm anchored on this shoreline. Oh yeah, let's go. Alright. Alright guys, so the reason why I stopped here is because I don't know if the GoPro can see, but there are what looks like bluegill beds all around me. all around me. Let me see. I'll put my GoPro in the water. Hopefully you guys can see it then. So yeah, there are bluegill beds all around me, and so I'm casting out there because I'm assuming that if there's bluegill beds right here, I'm assuming the fish are going to be right outside the beds, kind of waiting for a sunny or a bluegill to make a mistake and you know, move a little bit too far off in the edge. And I'm sure that that's why I'm catching all those largemouth out there. That's like the third one in a row, so we'll see if I can keep the streak going. And then there was a pike. So the thing about bluegill beds, I mean, sometimes sometimes you get largemouth and sometimes you don't get largemouth. I got piked. That should be a show. I got piked. Or you got piked. Got him. Do you have my black and blue chatterbait? No, because you ain't a pike. But see guys, that pattern is still working. Didn't need electronics to find that. All I need to do was see some bluegill beds, and sure enough, there's fish just waiting right outside of that. Look at that. Oh gosh, got another one. I could probably sit here all day if I wanted to. Oh, that's a decent one. Don't push me out there. I don't want to scare all the fish. Oh, he spat me out. Of course, you also want to always keep tension on fish, because when you don't and then they jump, that's how they get you. So that one jumped as soon as I reached down to have the motor push me more into the grass over here. Oh, I got bit again. Come on, take it. Oh my gosh. Well, at least I finally have some kind of pattern today. Oh, running into stuff, but that's not fish. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll start a new clip in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let's go. He blew up on a glide bait. I hope that's not a pike. Ooh, no, I don't think that's a pike. Because pike don't surface like that. Oh, that's a good pass. Oh, that's the best one of the day. That is why you throw a glide bait, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes that'll get the biggest bass in a lake. Oh, it came right off. That is known for numbers. This is just a 2-pounder, but this is still the biggest fish I've caught here on this lake, all thanks to a glide bait. KGB Herring for the win. All right, so I threw my chatterbait there quite a few more times, and the fish stopped biting it, which means one or two things. They've gotten used to seeing the lure, or they've gotten used to seeing their buddies get jacked on that lure, and so they know not to hit that lure. All right, that was fun. Well, cool. I'm stuck in the mud. Oh, right there. We bit it right there. Let's go. Okay, And the glide bait does not always get the big ones. Sometimes you still get the 1 pound or those 14 ounces. Where I put my, I don't know where I put my my pliers. Oh, let's see if I can get them out without them. Hope I didn't drop them in the water. That would suck. Yeah, I'm not gonna get out with the pliers. I hooked them really good. Oh, there they are. Okay. Alright. And ladies and gentlemen, again, just goes to show you that even the little guys will eat a glide bait. And my reel just fell into the water. Anyways, as I was saying, even the little guys will eat the glide bait. Thanks, little guy. All right. Okay. Let's park right here. Oh, gosh. Gosh, that one blew up on it. Oh, I love that bite, man. Oh my goodness, I didn't even hook it. I snagged him. It's a bud. But man, he blew up on it. Ah, that's awesome. Thanks, little guy. That is too fun. Ah, I love glide bait bites, guys. I'm so glad I'm getting on a glide bait bite. Like, I don't care if it's just dinkers. If you can get on a glide bait bite, oh, it's so fun. It's so unbelievable. I think that's why I like glide bait so much. I mean, it's user input. You have to really kind of create your own cadence, know how the lure works. If you don't know how your glide bait works, you're not going to catch a lot of fish, guys. This lure I know and trust. I know it like the back of my hand. I know exactly what it's doing with each reel handle turn. When you get that glide bait dialed in like that, oh my gosh, it's awesome. But the bite is just unbelievable, and that's what I love about it, is because, like, gosh, for crying out loud, I don't even think I've caught a 3-pounder on it yet on this trip. But you know, even the little guys want it. Gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, this one's a bigger one too. Oh gosh, that's a big one. No way. That's a bigger one. Speaking of 3-pounders, this one might finally be a 3. Oh my gosh, that's bigger than a 3. No way. No way. This is supposed to be a numbers lake. No way. Let's go. And that, guys, is why you throw a glide bait. Oh my gosh. That's why you throw the glide bait on a numbers lake. Weed out those little ones. Now, I don't think this one is gonna keep my streak of 5-pounders going. I've gone like 4 weeks straight catching 5-pounders. I don't think this guy is gonna be 5, but that's good. That's probably one of the biggest ones in this lake. Oh, no way. Oh, that's insane. That is insane. Oh my gosh, so close, guys. 514. Or 414. Wish it was 514. Holy cow. Oh, glide bait fish, man. You know, it's hilarious because I started out throwing a chatterbait and I was catching a lot of the little dinks, and they stopped buying a chatterbait. Usually you go to a cleanup bait. Who would have thought the cleanup bait would be a glide bait? I'll tell you who would have thought. This guy. Let's freaking go. This spot is pretty much probably fished out. Pretty sure I fished out the entire school. So just a recap of what happened. So oh no, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. They're not done yet. Oh my gosh, that one bit as I was talking. But as a recap, so I found bluegill beds and I fished a little bit off the bluegill beds. I figured there'd be some predators kind of waiting near the edge of them, and there were. And so that started out with the chatterbait, and after a while they stopped biting the chatterbait, but I figured there was still some fish nearby, so I started chucking out the glide bait, and sure enough, the glide bait acted as a cleanup bait. And so that can happen sometimes. So you know, once you've exhausted all the regular size lures, sometimes it's good to go to the extremes for cleanup. A lot of times guys will go to Ned rigs, they'll downsize their lures, maybe even throw a wacky worm. But the same is true with glide baits and big swim baits too. Sometimes when you're throwing those medium-sized conventional lures, sometimes they need to see something bigger, and hence the glide bait. So glide bait can absolutely be a cleanup bait. The other thing about glide bait is that it doesn't always weed out the dinks, as you saw, because I was catching dinks. But what it'll do is it will intimidate some dinks too. And so once you catch all of those ones that are ambitious, then sometimes you catch the leaders of the pack. And this one is not a leader of a pack, it's ambitious. But look at that cleanup bait. Oh man, that's gonna be a great title, guys. Like, I'm super excited. The title of this video is totally gonna be like something along the lines of glide bait, a cleanup bait. Heck yeah. All right guys, so that school of fish has either all been caught or they have moved on because of all the commotion that I made. So what I do after that is, because it's spring, I cover more water, and I cover water quickly until I catch fish, see if there's a school, see if there's a pattern, and then repeat. If I find fish again, I will clean them up with the glide bait again. But that sun is setting. I probably only got about an hour left, and so maybe not even an hour, probably a lot less, probably more like 45 minutes. So I will probably call it in a bit. I'd like to leave with a little bit of sunlight, just because with this being a huge warming trend, I am afraid that I might get chewed up by mosquitoes. So we'll see. Hopefully I can leave before that. Maybe they're still in this bay. Yeah, thanks Dinker. Dinks for days, dinks for days. I'll still take a dinker. That's fun. So I figured there'd be something by the beaver dam. There's always fish by beaver dams. Most of the time they're small, but occasionally you get a big one. So let's see if I could pattern the beaver dam. Okay, there are fish by the beaver dam. 2 is usually a pattern. Yeah, you have to back up faster than that. Yeah, thanks buddy. know, it's fun to get on these little guys right at the last second as that sun's going down, as I'm getting ready to call it a day. I'll take these little ones. It's better than not catching fish at the end of the day, right? Oh gosh, jeez. Oh, I don't want to get too caught up in this lay down over here. Let's check the shore real quick. Okay, time to back up. Let's see if I can clean some up. What the heck, man? Well, that fish was really shallow. He was still willing to bite. Another one on the glide bait. Thanks, buddy. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this trip. I'm not even gonna post those first 2 lakes. I was gonna take all 3 lakes and put them together, but it's not even worth it, to be honest. I mean, the first lake I caught 1 fish, and the second I caught maybe 7-ish fish, and you know, I came over here, and this is the smallest of all the lakes. I mean, this is only a 40-acre lake, but you know, again, I wasn't chasing big fish, I was chasing numbers, and this lake had the numbers. DNR said that this lake probably experiences stunted growth fish, but yeah, you know, for 2 hours I put the hammer on them with that chatterbait, and then that glide bait really cleaned up. And you know, I wasn't even expecting to catch that near 5-pounder. That's probably one of the biggest fish in this lake, but hey man, that glide bait gets it done. So don't ever discount that big swim bait, man. Sometimes that big swim bait is what they need. So but yeah, thanks for coming along, and I will see you guys next time.